welcome back for another video. So if you haven't already guessed, you know already what this video is about. This is actually a highly requested video. A lot of people ask me to tell exciting stories that I have to do with like my job, like being an air hostess, and this for me is the most exciting. Now to some girls you're probably like, why are you so excited about that? Best thing to ever happen to me. So while I'm telling you the story, I am going to just be doing like my night routine, like just cleaning, washing my face and stuff. Not washing, but like doing like, you know, moisturizer and stuff. And that's why I'm in the nightgown, and I just got my hair dyed. How beautiful. The only thing is, I don't think it's going to match my extensions. Oh well. Now the reason why I come on doing that, done this is because I seen Sophie Rudy do it the other day. Now I know everybody does story times, but she done hers with Drake. I'll leave her video linked below. I was like, oh my god, I can tell everybody the story, because like it's not a story that I go out and tell everybody. If somebody asked about it, I'd be like, it happened. But it's like, I feel like if I would tell the story, people are like, no, you're definitely lying, and I'm like, I'm not. So instead of me blabbering on, let's get straight into the story time. Right, so this, obviously you know what happened. I flew the whole Chelsea team, you can tell by the caption of the video, to their football match. Oh, I've got a really big spot here and it's really sore. So I flew the whole Chelsea team to their football match. Now keep in mind, I'm a massive Chelsea supporter, like massive. So this was like the most amazing thing to ever happen in my life. My nose is really, actually I've got really bad hay fever the past few days. Like it's really kicking me up the teeth. Like it's like itchy eyes and itchy nose and everything. It happened with BMI Regional. Now this company has gone bust. This is the company I was with before the company I'm with now. So it was about December. Now I'm really bad with years, so I'll not be telling you what year this happened, because I can't actually remember. Or will I get a photo up and tell you what year it was? I'll do that. This was, I'll maybe add these in, but now you can see them here, so I don't need to. Do not mind. I actually look so fat in that photo. This is just me on the way over to them. Like we flew an empty aircraft over. Now this is in 2018, so this is April, but I have to tell you the full story first and then I'll add these photos in. So around December time, obviously it must have been 2017 then, because that's 2018, I get my roster for January. So I got it in December, and in the roster for January there was charter flights. Now the company that I used to work with, BMI, that are now bust, used to do charter flights for Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, literally every football team. I'm going to put that in my mouth. Nearly every football team that you name, they done them. And it was like, it wasn't like, you know, if they went to like Barcelona or like played Barcelona or anything, it was just like UK flights. Like they would rather get planes than get buses, because it's obviously quicker. Like the flights be really short. Like they only, like sometimes I think I flew mine from London to like, I think it might have been Birmingham or something. I actually can't even remember. But so I'm really going off track. So they do all them charters. Well, they did, they don't anymore. So December time I got the roster for January, and on it was a charter flight from, I can't remember where it actually was to. It was London, somewhere in London, so it wasn't that long, like the distance. And you don't be told what, like who it is. Like it can be anybody. Like they used to do like the script, and they used to do like Miley Cyrus when she was in the UK, like her like stuff. Like you probably don't believe me when I'm telling you, but they did. They done so many like famous people. It was actually amazing. So you don't find out until the 2 weeks before you go who you're doing. So I was like, it didn't even faze me that it was going to be Chelsea, because like I was like, no, mine's definitely like just a wee small football team. Like it can be like girls football teams as well. So 2 weeks came, and it was January now at this time, because obviously it was in January, and it came up Chelsea, and I was like, I mean, I have never screamed as much in my life. Like I went down to my daddy. My daddy's like the biggest Chelsea fan ever. He's like supported them all his life, and I was like, oh my god, I'm taking Chelsea like to their football match, and he was like, no you're not, and I was like, no I am, like that would be his dream. And like it's just such a coincidence, like me to meet like the whole Chelsea team was like an experience of like, was just unreal. So it was pure unexpected, and I was like, I'm actually going to meet the whole Chelsea team. So I was like, oh my god, like really, but like I was like, oh my god. Now a lot of girls, I think I already said this, but a lot of girls will be like, why does that excite you? I'm like the biggest Chelsea fan ever, like I go to their football matches all the time. Obviously not anymore. It got up to the days anyway that it was going to happen, and I had a morning flight that day. This flight wasn't until after, so I was meant to do the double Stansted and then the Chelsea flight straight after. Got into work and it was snowing and the flights were cancelled. So like I think they had to get a bus then. They couldn't fly, so they had to get a bus, and I was like, oh my god, like that would just be my luck for the whole flights, every single one of the flights to be cancelled and me not be able to take the Chelsea team. Now I was like in the pits, like so annoyed for ages. Like I was like, no, hating the world. I was like, no, who is it out for me, and like stuff like that. And yeah, it was just like the worst thing ever. So I was like, no, this opportunity is never going to come up for me again. Like, oh my god, proper depressed. Like, anyway, it came to then, I'll tell you now. So that was January. I think it came to, hold on, I had the photos up now, they were way off my phone again. So I had to go get the dates there again. So that was January time where it was cancelled. And then March, April, February, March. So around March time then I got my roster for April, and I got another charter flight. Now this was different this time, different like place obviously, and I was like, oh my god, I wonder is this Chelsea? Obviously don't find out until like 2 weeks before, so I was like, definitely isn't Chelsea. So 2 weeks came and I was like, oh my god, got the email and was like, Chelsea football team, and I was like, oh my god, this is like just a dream come true. I was like, this time I better pull through. Me and Kyle at this time were not going with each other, but he's like a big Chelsea fan as well. And a week before I met the Chelsea team, I was out with them, like all his friends and like all my friends, and his friend Aaron gave me his Chelsea top to get signed, and Kyle never gave me his because he just didn't, because he's a loser, but I bet he regrets it now. So that was grand. Came to the time anyway of the day, and I didn't have a flight morning before this time. It was just going straight to the Chelsea team. So that was grand. On the way over, as I showed you, there was like nobody on the plane. It was just me and then the two pilots in the front. And I got like all this like catering. Oh my god, I don't even have the photo of the catering. But I got all like this catering for them. They're not allowed fuzzy drinks, so I had to put bottles of water in every single seat pocket. When we landed, I was given all the catering as I told you, and we were given this box, and I was like, what is in this box? And this is what was in the box. Like Chelsea headrests. Like I had to put them on every single seat, and I was like, oh my god, I want to take one of them, but I was like, no, what if I'm caught or something? So I was like, no. But how unreal. Like I put that photo up in my Instagram story and my Snapchat story, and like so many people text me and was like, what the hell, like why are you on that plane? And I'm like, it's my plane. Their bus was running late, so at this time I was like pure calm. I was like on my phone like, oh no, this is like the best thing ever, but I'm pure calm. So the bus pulled up, and I mean, I started breaking sweats. I was like, oh my god, no, this can't be real, this can't be real, this can't be real, like this isn't happening to me. Pure freaking out. Was like, oh my god, no, that like this can't be happening. And I really got so nervous then. I was like, but what am I nervous for? Like there's no reason for me to be nervous. But I was freaking out. They didn't get off the bus for ages, so then I like kind of calmed down. just brushing the lashes. So it kind of calmed down, and then the bus got closer, like literally outside the steps, and now this is a big massive black bus, black windows, black, couldn't see in. And I was like, Betty, like this is going to be such a prank, someone's taking the piss out of me, and like these random people are going to come out of this bus, it's not going to be Chelsea at all. But it was. So they started coming off the bus, and then I started sweating again, and I was like really panicking, like I was actually so nervous, like I was shaking. And they all started coming off the bus one by one, all matching tracksuits. Now for anybody watching this that knows me, like I'm like badly obsessed with Canty, like my best friend, like love him so much, and I loved Hazard at the time, still do love him even though he doesn't play for Chelsea anymore, still love him with all my heart. If you see this, Hazard, like, you know, hit me up. Okay, then that was everyone off, and I was like, no, where's Hazard, like why is he not there? And he was on the manifest, because we get like a list of like who's on the flights, and like obviously the managers and all were there. The manager that time was Conte. It was actually really nice. So it was grand, and then just when I thought, it was like, oh my god, Hazard hasn't come, like he's just not turned up, he gets off the bus wearing completely different outfit to everybody else, a pair of Beats headphones on, and I've never seen a better looking person in my life. Now if there's girls watching this and being like, who the hell's Hazard, look him up, he's unreal, the best looking person to be on this planet. And as they were all coming on, I was like, oh, welcome aboard, like blah blah blah, hello hello. And I was like turned round, and like someone, not me, someone, Drew tapped me and was like, how are you? And I was like, who are you talking to? Like you couldn't be chatting to me, like you could not be asking me how I am. And he was like, you? And I was like, this is a flight that was 25 minutes long, and I had to do a service and all inside this time. And they were all sat in like their own wee groups, and now this is 49 people. I think there was like 47 on the flight. David Louise didn't turn up because I think he was suspended at the time, so he didn't come. So they were all on sitting down, made the EPA like, oh, welcome aboard Chelsea football team. And I was like, Abbey Maxwell, air hostess from Shabana's, hardly saying that, the Chelsea football team who she supports, but I did. And I was like, oh my god, like this can't be real. Obviously took off and whatever and done the service, and now I had two Chelsea tops. I had my daddy's Chelsea top and Aaron's Chelsea top, and I was like, oh my god, like 25 minutes to do the service. I literally had about 10 minutes left once I had done the service, and then I got 10 minutes to land, and then like literally about 4 seconds after I like tried to calm myself down, I was like, no, I'm gonna have to do this now, or I'm not gonna get this Chelsea top signed, and nobody's gonna believe me that I met the whole Chelsea team. Now the only reason why I didn't get a photo is because I didn't want to get in trouble with work, or I know someone who got in trouble with for taking photos with a team, and the team actually reported it. So I was like, no, I'm not getting photos. Like, could you imagine I got sacked or something? Probably would be so worth it, because they're flipping bus now anyway. So anyway, went down, and they had like the wee security guard here, the cutest wee man ever. I went down and I was like, is there any chance like I could ask like a few of the players to like sign this Chelsea top? Like, I'm a wild bag Chelsea fan, and so was my daddy, and he was like, hi, of course. And I was like, oh my god. So first of all, I went to Wally, and I was in the front, and I was like, can you say that? He's like, hi, whatever. And I was like, like he's touching that pen the same as my pen, like the same pen that I'm touching. Then I went down to Canty then, who was sitting the right hand side, so it was a single seat, and he was just sat there, and like he was so cute, like I just wanted to squeeze him so hard and never let him go. Oh my god, like he was so cute, like I love him. Nobody understands how much I actually do love him. So that was grand. And then of course, like I went then to Hazard, like I don't care that Hazard doesn't play for us anymore, and that I have his name on the Chelsea top. Like I couldn't give a shit. He's so cool. Like I'll obviously always love him. That was grand anyway. Got it signed, and I went back and I was like sweating, so I'll show you the photo. I'll try and insert it as well, and the screen so you can see it better. I can't even remember whose top is whose, but I think this was orange. That's on the plane, you probably won't see with the ring light, and I'll put it on anyway. And then this is mine. Well, my daddy's and mine. We just got one signed because I didn't want to go up with like a whole pile, do you know what I mean, and get them signed, so I'll add that in anyway. So that was grand. They were all getting off, and it was finished, and I was like, oh my god, so sad. And I had to stand at the front of the plane with like the thing of fruit. There was literally like bananas, apples, there was literally a massive pineapple stuck in the middle. I thought I had a photo of it, but I don't. So they all got off, and as they were getting off, there was like loads. Barclay was really nice, like he spoke away to me, and Gary Cahill. So I'm just sitting editing this now and listening back to me saying Gary Cahill. It doesn't sound like I say that, but I know it's not Gary Gayhill or whatever I say. So just so you know who I'm chatting about Gary Cahill, not Gary Gayhill. I don't know why I said that. Obviously they were English, like they understood me more, so I think that's why they more spoke to me, but like they were so nice, like such lovely people. So annoyed that I didn't get a photo. Like everybody used to be like, why do you not get a photo? Like that's a one chance like to ever get a photo with the whole football team. Like could you imagine that photo? I would have that like on a poster up my wall, might even make it wallpaper and just stick it up my wall. But like I just was like, no, I'm not like risking my job for this. Like I met them, I went through the experience, I don't have to explain myself to people, do you know what I mean? But that is my story time, literally my claim to fame. Like nobody I know can sit and say that they sat on a plane with the full Chelsea team. I don't care what anybody says. If you did, comment, because I don't believe you. The same way people probably don't believe me when I tell the story. I have stuff to prove it, apart from a photo. So I literally don't think I'll know anybody that'll ever happen to, ever. Like best experience of my life, just such a coincidence that it's Chelsea, who I pure love. But as an act, just fantastic. Like this might be a boring story to a lot of people, but to me, like this is the most unreal thing to ever happen to me, ever. So if you liked it, please give a big thumbs up. Please don't forget also to hit that subscribe button and follow all my socials. I'll leave them on the screen. I'll leave them in the links below. But yeah, just thought I'd do this wee video. It's a wee quick one and it's actually quite interesting for a lot of people. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.